These are going to be the most important things for you to guarantee success. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can see, I am comfortably in my PJs and I'm just going to be talking to you today about what I have in my book bag and kind of how I keep my notebook, folders, binders, and what's going to create success. As you know, I love my pink book bag that I just recently got. I've taken everything out that I normally keep in here. The only thing that I have in here are like cosmetology, like hands-on, non-book related things. So we'll get into that in another video. I want to start out with my folders. You may need more than 3 folders. You may not. It may all depend on you, but let's explain the difference between all 3. So starting out with my blue folder, every school that you go to, they're normally going to give you a folder during your orientation or whenever you sign up. And a lot of times in this book, it's going to be state board things. This one is just like a very, very important folder. I normally do not keep any kind of test or quizzes or anything. If I get something from the state or from the school, I put it in this, and I'm going to keep this from the beginning to the end. This one here is my everyday folder. So I'm going to be putting things in here like classwork, things that I've worked on, paper that I've gotten back from the teacher, anything casual. Next thing is going to be my gold folder. I wanted something reflective so I could say, hey, you got something due, and then when it's due, I'll put it back in. This is going to be things that I keep as far as like tests. Next we have the binder. I haven't really used my binder much as far as using like loose leaf paper, so I'm going to give you guys a further update on that as I go through school. These are my notebooks. I'm going to talk to you about how I've decided to categorize them. These are going to be the most important things for you to guarantee success. So my purple one is going to be my hairstyling notebook. My pink one is going to be my class notes notebook. And my pink glittery one, hot pink, is going to be my book notes. Let's give an example. So in class, your teacher's going to be talking to you. He's going to be dropping, he or she, my teacher's a he, I do really love him so far. Your teacher is going to be dropping gems. Like, they're going to be dropping them, not like they're crumbs and you got to catch them. They're going to be dropping them like they're raindrops from the sky. And all you have to literally do is jot them down. If you listen and pay attention in class, you're going to do absolutely phenomenal. Every notebook always have a table of contents. So what I like to do is once you have your table of contents, you want to go to your first page and write day 1 or day 3, day 2. So for example, this one is day 3 and we talked about state board, right? So I'm gonna write in my table of contents state board. So whenever 2 months, 3 months later, it's time for me to study, I can go to my class notes, go to my table of contents, go to page 3, and there will be my state board notes. So here in my hairstyling notebook, I like to be creative. Your first page, you want to have it for what it's for. So this is my hairstyling notebook. Whenever you get some free time, find your favorite color, find your favorite patterns, design this page, color this page, whether it's pink, purple, green. Have fun with this hairstyling page. Next page is you'll go to your table of contents. So I did shampoo and roller sets and I put that on page 1. So down at the bottom, you want to put like X, XV, XVI, because that's going to give you extra space to make your table of content. Don't start your actual notes on the page after this. So as you see, I have an empty page here. And now I'm on roller sets. And then down at the bottom, it says page 1. Be mindful. So my roller set, it goes for 1, 2, 3 pages. So then you'll go back to your table of contents, just put a little dash. So let's go back. Where it says page 1, just put a little dash and that'll mean pages 1, 2, 3. 1 through 3. This is how I'm gonna maintain success and keep everything organized. If you can keep your class notes, book notes, and your hairstyling guides all separate, but make sure that they're all organized. Next, we have our humongous books. If you've done anything in the cosmetology industry, I'm only saying natural hair because I don't know what the manicurist and esthetician, I don't know what they have. But if you've done anything in the like hair industry at all, and you didn't even have to graduate. If you got them books, you know about My Lady. When I went to natural hair school, this is the book, the brand that we had. I'm gonna show you in the end just one of the My Lady books that I have left over from school, and that way we can compare. We actually have not opened this book at all. So opening it on camera is gonna be the first time I've opened it. I'm just kidding. Okay, don't quite know what's going on in this book just from looking at it. It's not quite picture heavy, so I couldn't get a good synopsis of what it's about, but I can tell you that I think it's about the beauty industry. So next we have the red book. This is your textbook for all the people that are wanting to know what is it like going to cosmetology school. It isn't always hands-on or mannequin work. You do have to read. You do have a textbook. This is it. We actually had a quiz this past Friday. I got 100 on it. This book is gonna talk about everything from hair, nails, the history of hair, anatomy, skin, just it's all in this book. And this is what we'll be using. This is what our curriculum is set on. And so this is why I decided to have a notebook. You are reading and writing and you wanna like have things set correspondent. This is gonna be a good way to start writing notes. So if you're doing something on roller sets and then you remember roller sets is on page 64, you can jot that down here and then you'll be able to go to page 64 in the book. And it's just gonna save you so much time, especially if you are ever given the opportunity to have an open book test. Being so organized, a lot of open book tests are timed. So being really organized with your notebook and your textbook and being very familiar with where things are, it's gonna save you in the long run. Very quickly, I'm going to show you a My Lady book from my natural hair school. This was actually the workbook portion. So when I went to natural hair school, they gave us a textbook, which it wasn't hardback like this one. It was a softback, a bit bigger than this one. And what we would do is follow the book and there would be a workbook for us to complete for class, for homework, for quizzes and things like that. Okay, last but not least, I have flashcards. I'm gonna show you how I do my flashcard. Okay, so these are just a few of my flashcards. And you're gonna see a theme here. So these are kind of like the back of my cards. So I wanted to show you, if you can see how I have diagrams on every single one. It's colored in and stuff. I'm showing you these because I'm having fun with what I'm doing, but I'm also learning what I'm doing. Making flashcards is going to be very, very important because you're going to be given a lot of terminology that you want to know what it means. It's like if anyone's ever taken ballet, you've got to know that terminology. In ballet, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure the exact foot number, but they may yell at a number and they go 4 and that means have your foot here. They may yell at a number, go 2, that means have your foot here. When they yell at those words, you're supposed to know what that means. And it's the same thing in the hair industry. When you say a word, we're supposed to know what that means. So I'm gonna give you an example of why it's important to have flashcards and really understand what those mean. So we have 3 terminologies here. We have on base, we have off base, and we have half off base, right? So you need to know what these are because whenever someone says, I need you to have give me a roller set and I want the front to be on base and the back to be half off base, you're gonna need to know what that means. So those definitions, that one single word, it gives you a diameter, it gives you a holding angle, it gives you an effect, and that is very, very important. If I say half off base, I'm saying, without saying, hey girl, I need you to give me a 1 diameter, roll it at a 90 degree, and I need it to give me medium volume. Instead of saying that, I'm just gonna say, give me a half off base. Have fun drawing them. Have fun, make diagrams, but at the end of the day, make them, because they're gonna help you succeed, and that terminology is so important. I have my things broken down into 5 compartments. I have my folders, one for state board and school officiated documents, one for everyday classwork, things that are just handed to me, and always have a flashy or bright folder that's gonna have things like tests or things that are due on one side and then your graded tests on the other side. Have a binder. Make sure you don't have just loose paper around. It's always good to just be organized. Make sure you have your notebook. Make sure you have your class notes, your hairstyling notes, and your book notes. And make sure you're creating that table of content. Then we're gonna have our books. Those are gonna be very, very important. I keep those with me at all times. Your book is your carry around teacher. And last but not least, your flashcards. Always make sure you're having fun with your flashcards. Try to stay within your brand. I'm saying that because if you start using 2 colors often and you don't like those colors, you always have time to pivot. You can always look back on the flashcards and be like, oh, this was gonna be my business colors, but always try to stay within your brand. When you're decorating the first page of your notebook, when you're picking out your binders, picking out anything that you have, people are gonna be looking at you. So for me, my color is pink. So I make sure that I have a pink book bag. I make sure that I have pink notebooks. The only reason why I have this lavender notebook is because I did want something to differentiate from my notebooks and things like that. But even down to my flashcards, I always keep my flashcards within my color range of my business. So try to stay within that brand, try to do the best that you can. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end of the video. I've had a great time with you guys. We've got into some things, and I'm gonna see you guys very, very soon because I wanna get into some other things with y'all. Have a good day.